Yo, yo, yo. Exciting times are around the corner. Let's play some good music and let's have some fun. Meanwhile, let people join. YouTube ads is one thing which I've never done, and I definitely need to get into YouTube ads. Despacito. How's everyone? What's up? What's the latest? I'm just about to make a coffee. As you guys are coming in, let us know where you're from. Hi, Warren. It's not all well right now. I mean, the market is still down by whatever, 400 billion. Today I'm going to talk about like literally all the factors which are positive versus all the factors which are negative, and we're going to kind of compare them on a balanced scale, and we'll kind of know where exactly the market is going from here on. Hi Ross, what's up, bro? Been a long time, man. How's Brisbane? Been like, feels like ages since I was there. Brisbane and Gold Coast. I kind of want to come back to Australia. I haven't been to Australia like for ages. It was like 2 years back or something like that. Time flies. Do I think market will go down from here? Anything is possible, man. It's like, anything is possible. Hi Manjur, what's up? Guys, let me know where you're from. Just say your name, and I mean, obviously I can see your name. Let us know where you're from so I kind of know, based on the time zones, what kind of audiences I attract and what kind of audiences come, basically. Yeah. What we're going to talk about basically is, so if you kind of analyze the market, right, for 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, basically. So there were a series of negative news, and then there were a series of positive news also. However, obviously, if you talk about the last 4 months or so in crypto, where the space has gone from 200-300 billion to about like this, it went from, I'll say it went like this from 400 billion to 800 billion. When anything goes up this quickly, it means two things. One, it means there are a lot of new people entering into the system, like a lot of new people. Also, it means a lot of big money is coming into the system. Suddenly, the entire world was talking about Bitcoin as a result of, Bitcoin was on CNN, Bitcoin was on MSNBC. I mean, every newspaper, every channel around the world, magazines, everyone, actors, actresses, like people with influence, social media channels with influence, anything with influence, anybody with influence was talking about Bitcoins. As a result, it became a mass market thing. It's obviously a mass market thing now, and it cannot go back. And as a result of which, a lot of new people entered, and the sign is like when, like my own family, right? My father and mother, they were asking me about Bitcoin. So that's a sign that it reached a mass market approach. So a lot of new people entered in the market who have never been in the crypto space. They might have been savvy investors in real estate. They might have been savvy investors in whatever, in stocks or whatever, but they have kind of never experienced the crypto world before. And this dynamics of crypto world are very different from Wall Street or real estate or any other basically dynamics, right? So a lot of these people basically entered the market, and as a result of which, the moment the bad news is start to come, small news like South Korea banning trading. Now, South Korea was never banning trading. Basically, they were tightening the laws. They were trying to regulate the market, which is always the best thing, because the market will only hit, I will say, the next wave which is, let's say, $2 trillion in the next 90 days or in the next 6 months, the market will only enter that wave if the market is regulated, basically. So that's basically, that's critical. So, but the media misinterpreted it as they're trying to ban crypto. Same with India, right? The guy said that it's not a legal tender. The media said it's illegal. So huge, massive differences, I will say, when it comes to opinions, when it comes to the way it was put out in media. So there was like ding, 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 ding. There was like a this series of never-ending negative news, and then the whole China thing, China trying to block some websites and stuff like that. Now, there's one thing which you guys always need to remember, that crypto is a global game. It's not a specific country game. So even if one country goes against it, if there are 10 countries with like positive for it, the game goes on. I mean, there's a saying, the show goes on. In fact, even if just one country is positive, the show goes on. The number one country for crypto when it comes to the positive outlook, I believe I'll say it's Japan. When it comes to the positive outlook, after that, a lot of countries have mixed. Now, yesterday, if you guys were hearing the U.S. Senate hearing, that was a big meeting with the head of SEC and Chicago Futures Trading Commission guy, top guy, and then the main SEC guy and stuff like that. And they were not like hardcore direction was taken, but then the overall outlook of the meeting was like 90% positive. It was like hardcore positive for sure. So one thing is for sure, Bitcoin is not going anywhere. I mean, it's not going to. So like no one was literally against Bitcoin or blockchain. In fact, people were talking about terms like $20 trillion were used, that this is potentially the next disruptor. This is potentially, you're looking at a market worth $20 trillion. $20 trillion, guys, 20 trillion, just think about it, right? I mean, you're looking at a market which is potentially worth $20 trillion and basically stuff like that, right? So a lot of these things were talked about. So the overall signs were bullish, and as a result of that, immediately that reflected in the market. And we're looking at about, like, if I look at the charts right now, I'm looking at the charts right now. It's green everywhere, right? And the thing with crypto is it goes down like crazy and it goes up like crazy also. Martin, what's up, bro? Been a while, man. What's up? How's life? Hi, Tarun. Hi, Ramesh. Jazz, what's up, bro? I should be in Singapore soon, man. How's life? Hi, Julius. Virender, Saroj, Tara, Jerome. Hi, Devane. I heard good things about you, bro. In Malaysia, man. You killed it. Hi, Dave. So, looking at the market right now, we're looking at 400 billion. The lowest it went was like 290, 280 or something like that. So that's basically 20% average growth, and that's basically 120%. 120 billion being pumped up into the market. Now, have we fully recovered? No. We are not even we are still 50% down. 55% down. Now, what are the things which need to happen for this thing to happen, right? For this 50% recovery to happen. One thing is no more FUD. Now, if you have to, if I talk about the positive news, I made a post on my wall. Let me read that post for you guys. Give me a second. So it was like 11 good signs, right? It was about 11 good signs of crypto. Why are there two? Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, so 11 signs that everything is okay. So I mentioned basically 11 points that crypto is not going anywhere, right? And I mean, you guys got to keep this thing in mind when you invest in crypto, and you need to have this mindset, that the whole long-term mindset when it comes to investing in crypto. So Singapore said that there is no intention of making crypto illegal. Another way to look at it is Singapore is saying that they don't think that crypto is illegal, which is great. The market is still 3 times of what it is 6 months ago. So just literally about an hour back, I was talking to a friend of mine. He was asking me how much money I lost. I told him I'm down by this percentage, but at the same time I also said I'm still up than where I was 3 months ago. So that's, if you keep that thing in perspective, everything changes. So literally the market was only down for people, if you look at the perspective, for people who entered in the last 90 days. But for anyone who was in the market for the last 7 years before 90 days, the market is still positive in terms of dollar by dollar return. So it's not negative. Yeah. Banks are starting to, Australia's big four banks have no intention of barring people from buying crypto, which is great. So you're looking at a lot of tier one countries like US, Australia, which is, to be honest, I'm surprised. I thought like US will go hard against crypto, and there'll be countries like Japan and Korea and some of the countries in Europe more in favor. But I'm kind of surprised to see for the first time, I mean, they are kind of hard against few ICOs and all that, which is okay because a lot of ICOs are scams. And yeah, a lot of ICOs are crap, and things happen, but it's all good. I mean, it was the same in .com. It was the same in mobile app days. When there is something which is new, obviously there'll be a lot of concepts which will be good on paper, and they might not happen in real time. Obviously there'll be frauds, there'll be scams, but at the same time, it's that they were talking about that in the whole Senate thing also, that you cannot kill the freedom, because if you kill the freedom, how will innovation happen? Innovation needs failure. I mean, unless and until you fail, you cannot succeed. So that's the king. Then it also said that the stocks market are down like by $1 trillion this week. Crypto markets are doing better. So if you look at it, I mean, obviously stock is a much bigger play. I don't even know what's the size of the global stock market. But let's just say the stocks market are down $1 trillion this week. Crypto markets are doing it better. So, and there was a saying that there were guys like, for example, we talk about the mega billionaires, right? So someone lost 2 billion, someone lost this billion. So in perspective, we're not doing that bad. Bitcoin ATM installations are on the rise. So that's a great news, right? Singapore Airlines wanted to use blockchain technology for its loyalty program. So now you're talking about one of the world's topmost airlines using blockchain for technology, which is massive. Europe's largest utilities company is ready and willing to sell renewable energy to cryptocurrency miners. So now, in fact, I'm looking into that. In fact, New York right now is kind of giving a lot of green signals. They're trying to regulate the whole mining industry. There was a big news that Montana installed like literally one of the biggest mining setups or something like that. Then you're looking at utilities companies ready to sell, because it's a massive business, right? Electricity selling to cryptocurrency mining companies, it's a huge business. Bittrex is opening new users, so the demand is obviously growing. CFCD chairman declares that the aim is to protect the consumer with a do no harm approach to the regulation, which means as long as you're not doing scam, as long as you're not doing wrong things, you're fine. Which is basically, as long as your product is good, as long as your concept is good, you're good. Yeah. So that's perfect. I mean, the market definitely needs regulation. I mean, whatever, $0 to $1 trillion and $1 trillion to $10 billion are two different things altogether. So now the regulations have to come in because the mass market is involved. It's no longer just about tech savvy people right now. It's anyone and everyone is getting involved. So it's all good. What the news says and what the news means can be totally two different things altogether. And that the best example was India media, right? The guy said it's not a legal tender, and the media predicted is as a legal tender, like that it's illegal, something like that. So don't believe always on what the media says. Always look at the numbers also. So we're back to 400 billion, which kind of is a great sign. Personally, my own portfolio is up by about 15%, which is great. I lost about 70% of my portfolio. It's back to about 15%. So I'm still down by about 55% or something like that. But all good. I know it's a matter of like 2 weeks more, maybe a month more, even 2 months more. Who cares? I'm invested for the long term. But the next wave now, you're looking at, I don't know, like $1 trillion, $1.5 trillion, because if there is no more FUD now, I mean, all the news and all the negative news came one. Hopefully, there will be no more negative news, at least for some time now. And if that happens, I mean, if we can just go by a week more, like literally a week more without a negative news, I see this market straight away going back to where it was, which is about 800 billion and actually exceeding $1 trillion. That'll be my prediction. I will say we are looking at end of March is when the market should be crossing about $1 trillion when it comes to the overall revenue. So that's my prediction when it comes to the overall market size, which means for those of you who have not yet, and actually for those of you who are not yet in crypto right now, you're about to buy your first Bitcoin or Ethereum or stuff like that, man, this is the best time. I believe I had millions of dollars in cash right now. I will literally put all the money in the market right now. It's the hottest time to buy. Literally, it's the hottest. I mean, it cannot get better than this right now. This is literally the hottest time to buy crypto right now. Now, for those of you who are already in the game, you're down by 40, 50. I mean, average person is down by 50%. Like anyone who I'm speaking, because Bitcoin itself is down by 50%, and altcoins are down by about 70 to 80%. So no matter whether you were big into Bitcoins, or no matter whether you were big into altcoins, you are minimum down by 50% to as much as 80 to 90%, right? So if you're down, I mean, I'm sure you can already see your portfolio recovering, and it's all good. You should be back up in like 30 days or so. Now, if you have sold while it was on the way down, the only thing I can say to you is, man, that's a rookie's mistake. I made it 6 months back. I'm still paying for it in the sense that I lost a lot of Bitcoin 6 months back. I mean, I made a lot of Bitcoin, so in that perspective, I'm still in positive. But then, from what I made, because I was a rookie that time, I sold when the market was going down. I mean, today I would have been like millions more richer. I'm still obviously richer. But what I'm saying is, and most of the people I know in crypto who kind of enter, they kind of make the same mistakes, right? So if you made a rookie mistake, you sold your Bitcoins, you sold your altcoins while it was going down, it's all good. Remember, there's always a learning curve, and just don't do it again when the next crash will happen. Now, will the next crash will happen? Obviously, whenever things will go up, things will always, 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 always go down. Okay, it's the law of life. It's the law of nature. When everything is going great for you, some shit will happen. So, for example, yesterday I got a message from someone whom I respect a lot, someone who is close to me, someone who's a founder of a multi-million-dollar company, and he told me that we just got screwed over by FTC. They raided our offices, and we are going to close down the business. So it's part of life, and I had a running income with that business. It's all good. Like 3 weeks back, you guys know what happened to BitConnect, right? I mean, great business. I 100% still believe the guys were not doing wrong. I mean, BitConnect was one of the best business opportunities ever. Well, Christian, I never deceive you, bro. I mean, I am 100% all in with BitConnect still, bro. I still have, like, I lost over 100 grand. Now, the word lost is not the best word I'll say. I'm still holding to 100 grams worth of coins. Now, will BitConnect recover? Who knows? I mean, who knows this market will go where? I mean, there are altcoins which are down by 100% in the sense that if they were $10, 10 cents, now they're like 50 cents or whatever. They're back to 1 cent or less than that. So, like, who knows, man? It's the game. It's the game of money, and when the game of money is there, there'll be good days and there'll be bad days. So, like, I will say, like, the month of December was one of the biggest months of my career. And the month of January was one of the top. I'll say, yeah, January was one of the toughest months, especially the last 15 days of January in terms of BitConnect closing down, in terms of another business opportunity closing down yesterday. USI, I was not doing USI, but a few of my friends, I mean, they were doing like 300, 400 grand a month in USI, and the USI also closed down, right? I was doing over 300 grand a month in BitConnect. BitConnect closed down. So just remember, it's a part of life. Money, finance, it's a part of life. So that's why when the good days are on you, when you're making a lot of money, in life in general, you make sure you gotta save, guys. Don't spend it all, right? Enjoy your life. 30%, 30%, 30%. Enjoy with 30%. Take this 30% and invest in cryptos. The rest 30%, put it back in your business. That's the usual rule of thumb and stuff like that. And when it comes to crypto, when the market is going to go up, so now, for example, wait, don't do anything still. It kind of did, Mohammed, in a way that it closed for US. US is the biggest economy. And once US closes, what happens is what's actually happening is they're not paying to US people, and which means there's going to be a lot of complaints, which means there'll be lawsuits. The moment lawsuits are going to get involved, FTC is going to get involved. Once FTC gets involved, it's game over. So in a way, it's game over. You can try to put it sweetly around. You can try to paint a whole rosy picture if you are in USI. That's a different thing altogether. I'll say, like, the same thing applies to BCC. It was when FTC got involved, things got crazy. There was no reason. I'll just say FTC is inserting its nose in too many things in which they should not be inserting their nose. That's why. So, okay, even if they did, so that there's no more future business happening, right? So I'm talking about future business. So, I don't even know why they're getting involved, man. Everything. Same with crypto, right? I hope this whole US dollar and the Tether thing goes well. I mean, if one thing which can really shake the market right now is the whole Tether market. Other than that, because that's a problem, that's an internal crypto world problem. That's not even government FUD and stuff like that, right? If SEC and FTC, they're investigating Bitfinex and Tether right now, that Tether is actually backed by US dollar and not. If it's actually not backed by US dollar, that's a little bit tricky game, and that is going to shake a little bit of confidence, which only means one thing, that recovery will get delayed a bit, but that's about it. Back to the point of now, what should you do? First of all, right now, don't do anything. Just wait. Hopefully someone's around the corner when it comes to crypto world. Don't do anything. Even if your coins start to make a little profit right now, don't sell. Don't cash out your profits. If you have cash, this is the time to enter into market. If you have Bitcoins, okay, if you have Bitcoins, this is also, it depends on how many Bitcoins you have. If you have like not too many Bitcoins, just keep your Bitcoins. If you have a lot of Bitcoins, it depends on the definition of also a lot. For some people, 10 Bitcoins is a lot. For some people, 100 Bitcoins is a lot. For some people, 1,000 Bitcoins is also small. So, but if you have Bitcoins, what I'll say is you can do a 50-50 approach. Keep 50% Bitcoins and 50% enter into altcoins, because whenever the market pulls back up, altcoins always rise faster than Bitcoin, right? So that thought is there. But if you don't have much Bitcoins, you're like all invested in, even if it's Bitcoin, like I'm all invested into the market. 95% of my portfolio is into altcoins right now. I like to play it that way. So I'm not going to do anything till the time market recovers back to at least 800 billion, to where it was basically. So, and from there on, I'll start looking at the markets profitably. I believe it should go straight up to now. I don't know, man. I'll say my next point is, let's say 50% increase more. Let's say about 1.2 trillion. The moment the market starts to cross $1 trillion, $1.2 trillion, I'll start taking the same rule applies. If I make, let's say, $20,000 in profit, so out of that 20,000, I'll put in $7,000 back into altcoins. $7,000, I'll just keep as Bitcoin. $7,000, I'll cash out in dollars and do whatever I want to with it, right? So that's the strategy I'll be personally following. So it's not a financial advice, but I can recommend you that it's a kind of full-proven strategy based on a lot of experiments, right? There are only three things in the market. Either the whole crypto market can crash completely. That's why you should have some money in gold, some money in real estate, some money in cash. Very important. Second time is Bitcoin goes up and the altcoins go down like crazy. So it can be Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash. It's good to be diversified between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. In fact, this is right now a great time to buy Bitcoin Cash, because as per the ratio, 1:6, Bitcoin, you can get about like 8 Bitcoins, right? 8 Bitcoin Cash for 1 Bitcoin right now. So for the ratio wise, Bitcoin Cash is great, and Bitcoin Cash has not really risen in the last 60 days or so. So I believe this is the perfect time to get into Bitcoin Cash. But then overall, ratio-wise, you should have 50% Bitcoin, 50% Bitcoin Cash, in my opinion right now. The guys behind Bitcoin Cash, Roger Ver and the Chinese guy, they're no joke, man. They are no joke. It's very tough to take a bet against them. At the same time, Bitcoin community, Bitcoin developers, they're not idiots. Plus, there are things about Lightning Network and Bitcoin and stuff like that coming shortly. So who knows what will happen? For one thing is for sure, both the coins are here to stay. They will not give you dramatic returns like altcoins, but at the same time, they're not as risky as... Oh, shit, my hair is going crazy. But at the same time, they're not as risky as, altcoins also. So it's good to be diversified a little bit. Have some Bitcoins, have some Bitcoin Cash. Just keep it. Start really moving when the market starts to hit 800 trillion. That's the time. Boom, you're recovered. From there on, follow this 33 strategy. You should be doing good, man. You should be doing good. I predict by March end, we should be there. In fact, by March end, we should be able to cross $1 trillion. I'm looking at Bitcoin back to $20,000 by March. I'll still stick to my original prediction. Bitcoin by $100,000 by the end of this year, which is basically December 2018, and overall market cap of about $5 trillion. I still stick to that. I'll make my moves based on that strategy, and hopefully it'll be true. That's about it. Let's have some question answers. I'm pretty much done with what I wanted to say. Thank you. Yeah. 100% Julie, it's time to buy. Hi Evan, hi Taze. BCC, no, as of now, there's no good news from BCC. It's a wait and watch kind of thing. There's no point in selling BCC right now. It's at whatever, 90% loss, something like that. So there's no point. Hi Manjabur. I'm in Dubai, Ankur. One more Ankur. Hi Kavish. Thanks, Martin. By the way, we launched that business, Power Mining Pool, about 2 weeks back. I personally recruited about 2,000 people. I think 1,700. The team is about 3,000 or 4,000 people now, and people are loving the business. The company is paying out as of now. Hopefully, it will pay out for the long term, next 1 or 2 years. But it's good to be diversified. Good to have different crypto income streams. They're paying about 1% a day consistently. They pay about every 3 hours, which is great for compounding. Each pack is €50. That €50 pack pays you till €70, and then it expires, right? And it pays you every 3 hours. The comp plan is one of the best in the industry. I've seen it pays up to 10 levels, up to 30%, which I think is absolutely massive, right? So comp plan wise, it's a great plan. Concept wise, it's great. Website interface wise, it's great. Hopefully they are doing genuine mining. They're in the game for about 3 months. It's still very early days timing wise. So for those of you who get involved at this point in time, if you build your network, and if the deal lasts for the next 2 years, let's say, like USI or BCC, or even for the next 12 months, there's a lot of money. There's an easy $100,000 to $1 million play here. I personally promoted it for a couple of weeks. I'm already set at about 1,000 to 2,000 euros a day. I do have few other income opportunities in line, but if you talk about what should I do right now, and if you're looking for a business opportunity, I'll definitely recommend Power Mining Pool. The link is above this Facebook Live, and you can start. It's free. If you don't have even any money to start, I mean, you don't even need to invest money. You can work on your referral link, build your team, and make money that way. Shivan sir, how are you? Where to put Bitcoin or Ethereum? What do you mean? I mean, which altcoins to invest? If you're looking for top recommendations, I'll say go for Lisk, Quantum, Cardano, Lisk, Quantum, Cardano, WeChain. These will be my top 4. ZRX. These will be my top 5 recommendations right now, man. Strong coins, good room to grow. Cardano, not sure more, but I mean, Cardano can surprise us all, to be honest. So let's see. But then other than that, ZRX, WeChain, Walton, I mean, solid, strong coins. Qtum, I mean, NEO has already gone so much. So Qtum is pretty much like NEO. The NEO has a little bit better marketing. So Qtum has 3 times more room to grow than NEO right now. So that's why I'll choose Qtum over NEO. Ethereum Classic. Yeah, never been a big fan of Ethereum Classic, man. What's my view on Devar closing down? I don't know. It's tough to say right now. The status of lending industry right now. I still believe in the entire lending game. I believe it's possible to run a lending program for long, because whatever you pay out in interest, you can easily make that money back from the market. In fact, we have kind of shortlisted a lending coin right now, which is just about $2 right now. And I believe it has a lot of room to grow. The company has about 50,000 members. They're working on some exchange right now, and I'm waiting for them to solve that thing. And then we'll roll out. In fact, our system is already ready right now for it to roll out. Hopefully it will go well. Fingers crossed. It's a risk we are going to take. It might collapse. It might go all the way. Again, in everything which I do, in everything which I promote, and it applies to altcoins, my friend Ian Bellina said 3 things. Invest what you can afford to lose. Rule number 1. It's a thumb rule. Invest what you can afford to lose. If the market goes down, if the deal goes out of business, you should not lose your sleep. Number 2, when the market is going up, keep encashing some profits. Right now, the market is down from 800 billion, so no need to encash right now. Wait for the market to hit 800 billion. Once the market starts to go up from 800 billion to, let's say, $1 trillion. Let's say now that when the market hits $1 trillion, it's time to start cashing 20-30% of your profits. Okay? Very, very, very important. And third, the people who make the biggest money in crypto are the ones which invest in good projects, and they stay invested in the long term. I'm telling you 5 good coins right now which you can literally blindly invest. Now, I cannot take guarantee of the profit because I don't own those coins. No one knows the market, but the 5 top recommendations I will have will be Qtum, Cardano, Lisk, WeChain, ZRX. These 5 coins will be the best coins. Yeah, man, Tarun, I need to get back to that old style. I mean, actually the same style. I just need to I just need to gel it, that's all. I just took a fresh shower, so never felt like applying wax and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, whenever I go out, I get it that one. I'm in Dubai, Kavish. I don't know, man. Few more days, I might just go to Thailand right now. If the world recovers from here, it's a great buy point, though. I started into Bitcoins when it was $400. I mean, if you look at Facebook wall, guys, my Facebook wall, like one day if you don't have anything to do, you're looking for some like knowledge upgrade on crypto, and if you want to know the journey of crypto for the last 2 years, you can literally just spend some time, like a day on my Facebook wall. I don't know, I have like over 200, I don't know, not 200, maybe at least over 100 Facebook lives in the last 2 years or so, like that. I mean, I've been doing Facebook lives for 1.5 years now, right when Bitcoin was $600 early days. So yeah, I mean, I've seen the market go from 30 billion to 800 billion in front of my eyes. So I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of crashes. I've seen, I mean, I was at a time when, Ethereum was $10, Ripple was 0.6 cents, Stellar was 0.2, NEM was 0.1. These were the only like few altcoins that time. And I was a newbie that time. I thought, like, who was going to invest in this altcoin? I was only into Bitcoins. And so yeah, we have seen a lot of interesting phases right now. So if you want to see the journey, if you want to see how the market has evolved in the last 2 years, my own thought processes in the last 2 years, you want to see what kind of crashes happened, take a day off, maybe your weekend, and just spend some time on my Facebook wall. I'm sure you will get some value and you will love it. Oh yeah, I mean, right now every coin is going to go up. So 50% is nothing right now. I mean, every coin, Icon to Electroneum to, I mean, every coin is up by 40-50%. It's not up. It's up from the down point. So it's not up. You will say it's up when it reaches 800 billion. So wait, don't sell anything right now, even if you're into profits. I'm telling you, the market is going to go straight to $1 trillion right now. It might go back to $1 trillion or 800 billion, let's say, to $1 trillion by March, or it might take next 3 to 4 months, like by June, to go by $1 trillion. But I'm telling you, like literally before July is over, we are looking at $1 trillion market cap. Before December is over, if everything goes well, you're looking at a $5 trillion market cap. But the moment it hits $1 trillion, it's time to start taking a little bit of money out. So definitely, guys, go for it. Yeah, absolutely. Too early in the evening, though. Parting the 9. I have no idea about Naga coin, to be honest. I need to do research. All right, guys. Love you all. Take care. I need to grab some food and then go and chill out with my friends here in Dubai. I'll see you soon. Spread the good word. Share this Facebook Live, show some love. The more love you show, the more engagement we get, more people can watch it and benefit from it. And if you're looking for a new business, the link for Power Mining Pool is right above. Get started. It's free to start. Start building your team. Let's make you some money. Everyone in my team is making money right now. If the deal lasts for a year, which I think they will, mathematically 1% a day is possible, 1 or 2 years, a lot of money to be made. Take care. Bye-bye.